Hello, everybody. Welcome to Comics League Dark. I am Jared. I'm here with Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, brother?
Smell that? That's fear.
Yes, exactly. So today we are discussing, we're going to do another tier list like we do with Under Two Capes, except this time it's the worst superhero movies of all time. What's up, Sage? What's up, Geek Defense? What's up, Brown?
And before we go, yes, the Snyder Cut is going to get the bottom of the list, so don't worry.
Yeah, well, it may not even be on this tier list I have right now, but let's get started on this. All right, let's go. So our first movie is Avengers 2.
What are the categories?
Actually great, bad but entertaining, boring, not good but not awful, the worst.
Not good, but not awful for Avengers 2.
Yeah, I agree with you. There are some parts I like about that. There are definitely some points of this movie that I like. There are also some parts that I really hate. Okay, so Geek Defense is a good question. Which is worse, Justice League or Superman 4? I would have
Justice League.
Justice League, because at least with Superman 4, they didn't take another person's pre-existing work and butcher it and then blame him for that project bombing. So you know what? I'd rather watch Superman 4. There you go.
They were trying to make a movie.
Yeah.
Superman 4. They failed, but they were trying.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? There are some fun parts of Superman 4 as well. There are no fun parts of Justice League. So, Batman and Robin.
The worst.
Nick.
The worst.
The worst. Yeah, worst. Yeah. Because I get what they were going for, but it's just like at some point it's like why would this would really go in the why was this even made category.
To be fair, Batman and Robin is a perfect so bad it's good movie. Like if you watch it like as a so bad it's good, it is very enjoyable to watch.
Exactly. Batman Forever.
Okay, well, what are the tier lists again?
There is actually great, bad but entertaining, boring, not good but not awful, and the worst.
Batman Forever, I put bad but entertaining.
Plus the fact I want to wait until we get the Schumacher cut for that, so I'm like, I can't really judge that until I get
even as is.
What's up, Kadar?
So Batman Forever is not a good film. But there's a lot that film has a lot going for it. Like there's a lot of positives, but ultimately the sum of its parts is it's not a good movie.
All right, Batman versus Superman goes in the actually great category. I think we can all like move on for that. There you go. So I'm not even good. I think we all agree BVS is actually great. Correct?
Jared, highlight Nick's comment, please.
Saw someone on YouTube make a nearly 40-minute video about how Catwoman's movie was good. Actually, I closed YouTube immediately inside. Yeah, you know what that is, Nick? That's someone hunting for clickbait, and they're like, because there are some people that take the contrarian point of view just for the clickbait. So it's like I don't really align with that. But all right, Blade Trinity. I've never watched Blade Trinity, so I can't weigh on this.
Not good. Not good, but not awful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's about what we can say about that one. Catwoman is the worst. I'm putting it on the worst.
Good. It's actually good.
Daredevil. And you know what? We'll say Daredevil the director's cut.
Actually good.
Actually, yeah. The director's cut is actually freaking dope. So yeah,
even the theatrical cut is not terrible.
You know what's hilarious, Nick? So this is before I knew about director's cuts and stuff. This is how far back this goes. So I remember watching Daredevil and loving it. Then I'm like, okay, why do people not like this movie? And then I hear people talking about the director's cut and why it's so good. I watched the director's cut. It turns out I had been watching the director's cut the entire time. so I'm like, okay, that's why I love that movie. So there you go. How about what about the Solo Hulk movie? We are going to get to there, Brown. We are going to get to there. Must be a Ben Affleck curse. Yeah, director's cuts are better. Yeah, Daredevil is good. Daryl's director's cut is good. Add a lot of story. Still the awful playground scene, though. Yeah, that's true. Speaking of awful scenes, Electra. Honestly, I kind of want to put
Boring.
Or boring. Yeah, because it's not good. Speaking of boring, can we put Fan Four Stick in boring?
Fan Four Stick is the worst.
Yeah, because and here's the thing, that's another movie reportedly that was screwed around by executives. So
I mean, according to what director tweets out a week before release that the better version you're not seeing in theaters? Like, who does that?
I know, right? I know. Which let me see. If you read Frank Miller's Daredevil, Man Without Fear, or Born Again, the Daredevil movie would easily go into the worst tier. But was this movie adapting those storylines, though? Or was it just adapting just a standard Daredevil story?
I mean, if you watch the behind the scenes, Mark Steven Johnson, the director, was very much inspired by the Frank Miller era, even to the point where Frank Miller makes a cameo in the movie.
He does?
Yeah. You know that scene where Bullseye like puts a pen in a pen in the guy's head and then steals the motorcycle?
Yeah.
The guy he kills is Frank Miller.
Oh, really? Wow, that's actually really cool.
And in the credits, he's credited as Man with Pen and Head.
That's awesome. I love that. Executive meddling. No, they would never do that. I know, Randy. Gasp. It would never happen like that. So Fantastic Four, the Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Not good, but not awful.
Yeah, because this movie has some redeeming qualities. I would put Fantastic Four in the same category, as a matter of fact, because it's not actually great. It's not bad. It's not boring.
I'm sorry. I'm a defender of 2005. I personally would put it in actually good. But as a compromise, I would agree to bad but entertaining.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll give it that because I still have fun with that. Ghost Rider 2. Oh God. And Jared, have you seen that? No, I haven't seen that Fantastic Four movie. I should review that for movie night next April. That'd be fun.
Well, I know the first movie is definitely bad but entertaining. I haven't seen the second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that one up there. The second one, honestly, I'm gonna put that one in the bad but entertaining because because there are some pretty visually stunning parts of Ghost Rider 2 that I really like.
All right.
So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna defend that. Green Lantern, I'm gonna put in actually great because again,
no.
Oh really? Where would you put it in these categories?
Bad but entertaining. I'm sorry, but like it is a flawed movie, but it's not like a bad movie, but it is very flawed.
Okay, I'll go with that. Howard the Duck. I haven't seen this one.
The worst.
Yeah. All right, Ang Lee's Hulk.
I would put it in either bad but entertaining or actually good.
I'm going to put this one in actually great because, see, here's the thing about this movie. Yes, there were some stuff in that movie that I felt was kind of confusing and like jarring, like the comic book paneling for like scenes. But at least this one was trying to do something unique with the Hulk. So you know what?
Sam Elliott,
really appreciate that.
Sam Elliott was perfect casting for Ross.
Yeah. Iron Man 2.
Bad but entertaining.
Yeah, because there's no way it's bad, but it's okay. Let me put it that way. And be sure to check out our MCU UTC episode that came out today. Iron Man 3.
Not good, but not awful.
All right, Jonah Hex.
I haven't seen it, so I can't comment.
I'm putting it in boring because it was so boring. Megan Fox cannot carry that movie. Neither can Josh Brolin as Jonah Hex. Justice League just goes in the worst. We might as well just not even debate that. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Jared, there are very bad superhero movies out there. You and I mentioned, for example, first Captain Marvel movie from the 40s. Yeah, we haven't checked those out. I definitely will. 2003 Hulk is Standalone, right? Yeah, it's not in the MCU, but they tried to link like the Incredible Hulk, the MCU Hulk movie to it, but it's like there's only so much that they can do with that.
Yeah, the MCU Hulk is kind of a pseudo sequel. Like, I label the MCU Hulk is a sequel to a movie that was never actually made.
Yeah, exactly. Man of Steel is great. Can we actually just all agree to put it in actually great?
Yes.
Good. I'm not even gonna justify why, because watch the channel, you know why we think Man of Steel is great. Spider-Man 3.
Bad but entertaining.
Yep.
I'm sorry, the memes.
Yeah, and I see what they were going for with that movie, so I'm like, okay, you know what? I see what you're going for. Steel. Yeah. I haven't seen Steel. We ought to review Steel, but I've heard bad things.
Not good, but not awful. I have seen Steel.
Okay. Suicide.
It's probably been 20 years. It's probably been 20 years since I've seen that movie. But all right.
And it's only live action, Brown. Suicide Squad, and this is not the James Gunn version because otherwise it would go in the worst.
Bad but entertaining.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I want to see the Ayer cut of that. # release the Ayer cut.
Yeah.
Supergirl.
Not great, but not I don't know.
I'll put it in there. I've never seen it, but all right. Superman 3. You're the Reeves fan, Nick. What do you think? Superman 3.
I'm sorry, the worst. Like,
yeah,
Superman 4 is what Superman's like. I'm sorry, Rich. Like, basically, the entire movie is just a comedy of errors. Like, Richard Pryor has no business being in that movie. I mean, there's some attempts at stuff. Like, the whole reason Lana Lang is there because there's this pay dispute with Margot Kidder. That's why they brought in Lana Lang.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but they only made 2 Superman movies.
Yeah, and in one of them, Superman killed Zod. So there you go. Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. Bad? The worst?
The worst.
Yeah. How hard is Supergirl as a teen drama with superheroes who also tackles adoption? How hard to make Supergirl as a teen drama with superheroes that also tackles adoption and PTSD? No, apparently very difficult for executives.
Also, I want to answer, yeah. So, funny you should mention that, Brown. I actually brought that up on my live stream earlier.
Oh, really? I must have missed that.
Yeah, we were talking about Carrie Elwes.
Oh, okay.
I think you were there. Like, I meant, yeah, you were actually. Because Carrie Elwes is in the Wonder Woman pilot with Adrian Palicki. Yeah, you were there because I was talking to you about it.
Okay, now I remember. Here's a movie. I know where you're going to put this. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Is it that bad?
Bad, but entertaining.
I see what they were setting up there. So you know what? Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Boring.
Hulk isn't boring. Yeah, it could have been so much better.
I'm sorry, barely anything happens in that movie.
Thor 2, I'm gonna put in bad but entertaining. Because I actually very much enjoy that movie. Yeah, what's up, Bell Riv? I see BVS is at its rightful place in the top 2. Yes, exactly. Anyone that put this, I can already tell where the person that made this list aligns. So there you go.
I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Atchison, I'm actually a really big fan of the first Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to disagree with you on that, Atchison. Venom.
Actually good.
Yeah, me too. I am a defender of those movies so much, and I think they get a lot of hate they don't deserve. And by the way, yes, at some point those will be my picks for movie night. And don't forget, Superman gave up his powers to be with Lois, and Zod took over the world. Exactly. This is another reason why. Lois doesn't work, because Superman gave up his powers to be with her. Yeah, Venom was good, and hot takes. We're keeping this one in house this week. But
Superman would never give up his powers unless he knew the world was secure.
Yeah, yeah, and he didn't know that. So I'm sorry, dude. No, no. Randy also, why does he have to lose his powers to be with Lois? Because if he tried to be with her, and also here's the thing: Kryptonian DNA is not compatible with human DNA, so that wouldn't even work. But X-Men Apocalypse. I just watched this. This
The
is
worst.
actually great. No, no, no.
The
This
worst.
is not. I'm not putting in the
No,
worst.
no, it is the worst.
I'm not putting in the worst, Nick. So
But
I'll put
it's
it
not
in
good.
bad but entertaining because I think it's good. I enjoy that movie a lot. I'll put in bad but entertaining for you. There you go. Dark
Boring.
Phoenix.
Boring.
Yeah, they had so much stuff that they could go.
It's not just News Fest.
X-Men Origins.
Not good, but not awful.
Okay, that's good. I'll go with that one. Even though the Deadpool stuff just brings that down. X-Men 3. Because I don't want to put this, I don't want to put this in like, it's not great, but I don't want to put this in the worst at all.
I get that there's some good parts of this movie, but the bad outweighs so I'm sorry, the worst. That, like, if you want to compromise, put it in not good but not awful.
Yeah, me too, because I enjoyed that one a lot. Apocalypse had one good moment. Yeah, it was also the Quicksilver moment, so I appreciate that. But so that's our actual like bad superhero movie tier list. Let's actually try another one. Let's see if we can find DC movies. Let's do a DC movie tier list. So let me see here. DC live action movies. Here we go. How many are there? Okay, so we can do these. So let's do this. All right. So actually, so let's do this. All right. So in the meantime, actually, I'm going to, while we do this, I have something I want to play for so we have a trailer that we're going to play, but while we play the trailer, I'm going to be creating names for all of these cool categories.
I got a tier list for us.
Ooh,
superhero video games.
Okay. You know what? That is a good option. We will go with that. Let's do that.
But don't you have something to show everybody first?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Nick happens to be a comic book writer, and he's got a little project launching soon. So we're going to share that and play the trailer and give Nick a little self-promo as we normally do, as we like to do here. Mm-hmm. Here we go.
It's time.
Imagine a corporation with a stranglehold on the city. Imagine a cretin insane enough to work for them. Imagine a warrior on the verge of insanity. From past to present, from blood to blade, from man to samurai. This summer, the Phoenix Press presents The Evil That Has a New Enemy. The Justice That Will Be Bittersweet. And the world that will never be the same.
There you go. Congratulations,
all right,
Nick.
So I will be launching this next Friday live. Thank you, Sage Torres. I will be launching it live on the Friday Night Frenzy. It will be a simultaneous broadcast both on my channel and on Jared's channel. So make sure you watch that at 6 p.m. EST, May 10th, and support the book or share it out, whichever one. Both are great. Jared just shared a link to the pre-launch page, so you can sign to be notified. And Yeah. Also, cool merch.
Exactly. Awesome. So now we're going to do superhero video games. Here we go. This is going to be fun. Let me see. I'm just perusing which games are on here. Oh, Suicide Squad is not on here. Sweet. All right. So let's do this. Marvel versus Capcom 2 I haven't played. So, I mean, do you guys have any, like...
All right. Wait, why is B above A? Wait.
No, it's not.
Let's take a look. S tier. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is S tier.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I've never played it, so I don't really have a skin in the game for that. Oh, Jared, you should review 90s Captain America movies.
No, actually,
That's an option.
Chat. Let me know what you guys think of this. Jared should review the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury movie.
Maybe we can do that for April Fools next year.
Oh my god, yes.
So, Lego Superheroes 2, I'm gonna put this in A tier because it wasn't horrible. It wasn't really like the worst. So I'm just gonna put that up there because of the sheer amount of Marvel you can use for that. Avengers, I'm putting in C tier.
C?
Because there were some fun parts of it, like when you play as Thor. Each of the here's where this game did better than Suicide Squad. Each of the characters felt different. Like Black Widow used guns, obviously. Cap threw his shield. Iron Man used repulsor blast. Thor felt like a god when you upgraded him enough, so it felt like an actual thing. So I'm not going to say it was horrible. Lego Batman, the OG, goes in S tier. That established a lot for the Lego games. Guardians, I'm going to put in B tier. It could have been better if it had co-op.
Jared, I sent you an image on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. We'll be talking about that. So, Lego Batman 2. I mean, Nick, have you played any of the Lego Batman games?
I haven't, so I'm out on that one.
All right, I'll put a Lego Batman 3 is this one because it takes place in the new 52. Lego Superheroes 1 it gets put up top because you can play as the X-Men. Marvel versus Capcom, I can't see.
Is it 3?
Yeah, it's Infinite. Yeah.
Wait, it's Infinite, you said?
Yeah.
D,
really?
Yeah.
Not bad, huh?
I mean, okay, maybe C. Like, it's playable, but it's not a good game.
Can we just put Spider-Man in S tier?
Yeah.
Yeah. That automatic. Arkham City, S tier. Arkham Asylum, S tier.
Origins.
Wait, that was Arkham Origins. I'll put the
A or B.
A tier. Arkham City in S tier. Absolutely. Telltale in D for sure, because that game is boring as hell.
Oh, that's controversial.
Because here's the problem with that. You spend way too much time as Bruce Wayne and not enough as Batman. There's no balance. So I'm like, no. DC Online.
A.
I'm putting that in A tier. Yeah, exactly. Gotham Knights, I'm putting in A tier.
No.
He plays the Bat family. No, I'm putting in A because of the respectful end it gave to Batman. So there you go. Even if it brought him back to kill him again.
Dude, there's so much controversy. I think B is a perfect.
I don't care if there's so much controversy. I personally enjoyed it, so I'll give it that. Arkham Knight.
S.
Yeah. All the Arkham games have to go in S tier at this point because of that. Spider-Man 2.
B.
Yeah, because they put too much emphasis on Miles, I think. So I'm like, and Geek, yeah, I know it's good to have a secret identity, but you also have to give equal time to the Batman part, and that one didn't.
Yeah.
Injustice 2, S tier, because you can use the Justice League skins from the movie, and now I can say that the Snyder cuts. Even though the Aquaman is still the blonde-haired white guy, I'm fine with that. Plus, the story's
how weird is it to have the Ben Affleck Batman suit, but hear Kevin Conroy's voice. How weird is that?
It's almost like getting the best of both worlds. So there you go.
Hmm.
Injustice 1, because you can play as the new 52 skins. No, I'm only kidding. I'm going to put this in A tier because it was good, but 2 definitely improved upon it.
All right.
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League is S tier because Nick has no taste in video games.
No. I am not allowing that. I think B is probably, because I put it in D, but
B is a good compromise. I'll go with that because I personally had fun with it. And all right, I haven't played Midnight Suns, so I'm not even gonna put that on there. So I can't really go off of that. I haven't played Mortal Kombat versus DC. C? Okay, C. Why?
The story is really half baked, and the mechanics are a bit eh.
Okay. And Atchison says Midnight Suns is B at best. Okay. In honor of that, I'll put it at B. B. There you go, buddy. This next one is another Marvel versus Capcom game. It's also I can't really see. I think it's the first one.
Let me full screen it. Let me see if I can see it.
Here.
Yeah, it's the first one. Yeah. Probably A.
Okay, that works. Lego Avengers, I put this in S tier because it's a faithful recreation of the MCU movies. When you suit up as when you have Iron Man turn into his different suits, they actually have an animation like he'll put on the suitcase armor. It's really cool. Miles Morales.
This is going to be a bit controversial. I haven't played it, but I've seen stuff. I'm going to say A.
Yeah.
Because it's a Miles Morales game, and I think as a Miles Morales game, I actually think they do a decent job. I think the stuff with the Tinkerer is a little stupid, but other than that, it looks like a decent enough game.
Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate 3.
Probably A.
All right. And then wait. And then X-Men versus Street Fighter.
That's probably another A game if I remember correctly.
Okay, cool. So that's our list for superhero video games. I'm gonna see if I can find a good DC movie tier list. Nick, let me ask you this: what's your favorite? And same question to the chat. What's your favorite superhero game of all time?
Superhero games. Oh! I found one for DC Universe animated original movies.
Let's do that. Send that to me. That's fantastic. My favorite superhero video game, by the way, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm only kidding. It's probably because you can play as Wonder Woman. Only kidding. I'm gonna go with Batman Arkham Knight because of the sheer amount of Batman stuff that you can do. You can use practically every bat suit. So you know what? I'm gonna go with that one. I think that's a good one. So let's do this.
I'm gonna say probably Spider-Man 2018 because that game just feels so great to play.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good compromise there. So let's see. So now we're going to do DC animated original movies. Here we go.
Dear God, this is going to be nuts.
All-Star Superman I think it's great. Even though they left out the you are so much stronger than you think you are moment, it's still good. So again, I haven't watched it.
So what is it, Soul the Dragon?
Yeah.
It's meh.
Meh? Okay. Batman Year One. As an adaptation, I really liked it, so I'm going to put it in great. Batman Assault.
Yahtzee!
Yeah. Batman Assault on Arkham. I'm really digging this movie. So what do you think?
Honestly,
I
haven't seen it, so it's your call.
I'm going to put it in good. I'll put it in good because I enjoyed it. It's a Suicide Squad movie.
Jared?
Yeah.
There's only one place this next one can go.
There you go, Under the Red
Okay, I am staying on stream then.
I'm sorry. I know I like to say movie opinions are subjective. That's an objective fact right there. I'm sorry. I can't dispute that.
Yeah, if you would put it anywhere else, I would have left the stream.
Dark Knight Returns go in that same category as well, because that is a legit page to screen recreation of the comic. So that goes up there too, parts 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Gotham Knight?
I owned the DVD for a while. That's like old. That's like 2007. I would put it in the good tier.
Did you know it's canon to the Nolan verse?
That's not possible.
What do you mean? Why?
Have you actually seen the movie?
Yeah, I have.
Are we talking about the one that's like the series of short films?
Yeah.
That's not canon. No, Nolan verse. That is not canon. Just watching it, there's no way that is canon.
Producers have acknowledged that it's not meant to be canon. It is a cross section. Okay. I thought I saw somewhere it was canon, but all right, that's fine.
But just looking at like what happens in it, there's like so many different wild. Like there's like young Bruce Wayne. There's like blah blah blah. There's so many there's no way that's canon.
I'm gonna go. Okay, so Batman Hush. Up until the ending, it's actually not that bad. Just here's the thing: where do I put it?
The good tier or the meh tier?
Good. I'll put it in good because I enjoyed everything up until the ending. Gotham by Gaslight, by the way.
Good.
Shout out to Sam Liu. We love you, buddy. Hope to have you back on the show real soon.
Oh, imagine if we did this tier list with him here.
That would be fun, actually. Bad Blood.
Is that the one with Batwoman?
Or they first have we're covering the AMU?
No, is that the one where they first have Batwoman appear?
Yeah, and it's also the one where they kind of have Dick Grayson take over as that Batman.
movie's not bad. The movie's actually not bad. I put it in the good tier.
Yeah, me too. Hey, what's up, Hero Mode Podcast? What's up, nickname? Batman the Killing Joke. Oh, no. How do we evaluate this?
I'm sorry, Jared, but for as much as you rant about that moment, it has to go into the can.
In terms of garbage can?
Garbage can on fire, that's where it needs to go.
Yep, there you go. I'm good with that.
It doesn't matter. Like, if the rest of the movie is good, that one moment, you hate it so much, you just can't objectively.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That one moment, that's Bruce Timm's wet dream, completely blows up the entire movie in my mind. That's why that will never be, because again, like I said to Sam on the show when we were talking about it, you can defend the first half hour of the movie of Batgirl going too far with that criminal, but that is irredeemable.
From what I understand, once it actually gets into the Killing Joke portion, it's actually very accurate and faithful, from what I understand.
Yeah, so
the best way to enjoy this movie, there should be a fan edit where they just lop off the first half hour and it goes straight to the Killing Joke.
Well, here's the thing: you can keep on the first half hour, just take out the Batman sleeping with Batgirl part, and guess what? It's actually a pretty solid movie. But still,
well, I think Jared's going to be making a fan edit here soon.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Batman versus Robin. This is the one that adapted the Court of Owls.
That one wasn't bad. The problem I had with the Court of Owls in 2010 is that they were doing the Court of Owls. They way overused the Court of Owls in 2010.
Kind of like the Batman Who Laughs, huh? When he showed up in everything. All right, Batman Harley Quinn, Nick's favorite movie.
Garbage can right into the fire.
Oh, come on. You don't like Nightwing sleeping with Harley Quinn?
There's many things I don't like about that movie. That is one of them.
All right. Constantine, I haven't seen, so I'm just going to put in the haven't seen pile.
Same.
Yeah. Son of Batman. I like that one. I'm gonna put it in good. By the way, say what you want about Hush. It does have the great moment where Damien goes to Bruce. Be sure to use protection, Father.
Oh, that one.
That's why, you know what, Nick? Because of that one moment, I kind of want to move it to great. Can we do that?
Sure.
That one moment alone.
I love how he's just like petting the dog while doing that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Death of Superman, garbage can on fire. Actually, no, wait. Reign of the Superman. That one actually goes good for an adaptation of that storyline. For the universe, it sucks. It sucks completely. But as an adaptation of the actual story, it's not. Actually, you know what? No, this does actually go in garbage can because the whole scene where Diana goes to Lois, you're really Clark's lover, and I'm like, no, garbage can.
Also, can we just agree that for Jared's sake, Throne of Atlantis is the best movie ever made?
We'll get there.
Because we both know why he's going to put in the best ever.
Yeah, Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. I really liked this one.
Your call.
Yeah, I'm putting this in great.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League versus Teen Titans.
You know where I want to put it.
Superman, Wonder Woman date, and
actually, put it in great. Like, it's not perfect, but it is like amazing, but it's not perfect.
I'm sorry. It goes up there. It goes up there because it has a Super Wonder date. It goes up the best thing I've ever seen. So sorry, it gets it that boost. Justice League
also gets another point for putting Lois Lane in a bad light.
Yeah, exactly. Justice League, Gods and Monsters. I really like this one. It's the one where like Zod is Superman on Earth, essentially. Kirk Langstrom's Batman, all that. Kind of an Alistair. Jared, stop obsessing about Super Wonder. Never. I'm going to put this one in great.
Okay.
Justice League War. Best thing ever because of adaptation of the new 52. Pretty well. Justice League Doomed.
That should be good at least, I think.
For an adaptation of Tower of Babel, yeah, I think it's pretty good. Justice League versus well, that's a Freudian slip. Justice League, the Fatal Five versus the Fatal Five.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's top tier.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know it's a Bruce Timm project, and as much as it kills me, Jessica Cruz.
Well, the thing is, what Paul Dini is like. Okay, yeah. Bruce Timm, like we'll agree to do this project, but you have to wear a shock collar, and I'm gonna hold the buzzer, and every time you try and suggest a really crappy romance, I'm gonna press the button.
Yeah,
and I imagine that Bruce Timm found the whole production very electrifying.
Yeah, Death of Superman, garbage can on fire. Superman Doomsday, garbage can on fire. It's almost like Zack Snyder was the only guy who ever did a good portrayal of the death of Superman.
Yeah, the Doomsday one, that was like the first one. That was 2005. That thing's really... Yeah. Jared, that is almost 20 years old. Think about it.
I know. Wonder Woman. Meh.
Good. I don't know. I thought it was good.
It's too much Steve Trevor. Bloodlines, garbage can on fire. Christ on Two Earths. God tier. That was a really good movie. I like that one a lot. No, it doesn't, Atchison. That movie sucks. Throne of Atlantis, God tier. We've already said it. It's going up there.
Yeah, I'm not even fighting.
I'm sorry. New Frontier. I don't think we have to debate this one. God tier.
Yep.
Flashpoint.
Dumpster fire. Actually, no. Put it in the meh tier.
Why meh?
Can I say so?
Justice League Dark.
Good.
Yeah, good. I'll give it good. That was a good one. Apocalypse War is God tier. I will not accept anything further than that. because Superman destroys Darkseid, like legit kicks his ass, and I'm like,
But you can take it, can't you, buddy?
yeah, exactly. They do a thing of cardboard. Green Lantern, Emerald Knights. It's kind of like Gotham Knight, but for Batman.
Matt.
Green Lantern. I'm gonna give this one a great. I enjoy it.
I think it's meh, but you know.
First Flight. It's actually a Hal Jordan origin. So, what do you think? Have you seen First Flight?
No.
All right, God tier. Teen Titans: The Judas Contract.
Good.
Okay.
Like the problem I have with it is they turn it into Deathstroke versus Damian, and I'm sorry, there was not enough of a build-up of a rivalry between Damian and Deathstroke to really warrant it. Like I like it. The Nightfire scenes are quite beautiful.
Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. God tier.
Yeah. Don't
even have to argue with that. It's Michael Turner art. God tier. Red Sun. Also God tier.
Yeah, Super Wonder.
No, remember, that movie didn't have Super Wonder. I'm just saying because other than that, there's way more redeeming qualities.
Yeah, it did have Super Wonder because Wonder Woman and Superman dated in that one.
No, they didn't. Not in the movie.
I thought they did date in the movie.
No, in the movie they have this BS line where Superman goes to Wonder Woman, but then she stops him and goes, "I come from an island of only women. You do the math."
That is so stupid.
I know it's stupid, but the rest of it, I'm like, okay, it's pretty cool. Superman, Man of Tomorrow. That's the first Tomorrowverse movie. Ignoring the animation, let's focus on the story itself.
I've never seen it, so
I give it points for using other villains like Parasite. So I'll give it that. Have you seen Superman Unbound, which is essentially Brainiac?
No.
All right. Great. Superman versus the Elite, which is essentially Superman versus the Authority.
Is that the one where Superman gives like the lobotomy?
Yeah.
Okay, that scene alone kind of puts it in the good tier.
Yeah, I'll put it in the good tier. Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. As an adaptation, I'm going to put this in the good tier because it nailed it. It got it. It's not the best. Yeah, it's not the worst.
There's a reason why the pairing of Batman and Superman is so iconic.
Yeah. Justice Society, World War II. I'm going to put this in good. I enjoyed it, plus Super Wonder. So there you go.
Is that the one where like the modern day Flash comes in?
Yeah, he goes back. So the way it works is he kind of he runs he's trying to save Superman from being killed by a kryptonite bullet. He runs so fast that he thinks he goes back in time to World War II, but he actually crosses over to Earth 2. And this is the first appearance of Earth 2, Superman and Wonder Woman being a couple. So I'm going to put that in there. Long Halloween. Have you seen this one?
I've heard of it.
It's actually pretty good. I'm a fan of that one. I'm gonna put it in good.
By the way, I found our next tier.
Let's do
DC it. DC comic book ranker.
Okay, cool. Injustice movie. I'm gonna get controversial.
Garbage.
Controversial.
Garbage.
No.
Garbage.
It makes Injustice actually a good story because characters act consistently. Like Wonder Woman does not manipulate Superman.
Garbage.
I'm putting it in good because it makes Injustice good. It makes the storyline make sense. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to do that. So DC comic book ranker. Okay, let's do this. This is fun. I like doing tier lists. These are fun. All right, so let's do this. All right. So I love how there's like 3 S's. All right. Oh, some of these we haven't read. All right, let's do this. Justice League 3000.
Never read it.
Me neither. I heard it wasn't that good, but in terms of never read it, I don't know. I'll leave it on there if I haven't read it. Teen Titans by Jeff Johns. I kind of have
that one
S here.
I've read it. Yeah, it's S or double S in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in S tier because that thing's pretty cool. Open
Yeah.
the door. What is that? I have no idea. All right, Batgirl Year One. I haven't read that one.
I think I've read that one. It's actually not bad. I like how they frame it. It's basically Barbara like telling this story to Cassie.
Okay, how would you rank it?
Mm,
No,
probably A.
Geek, if you watch Crisis, he married Lois, but then Lois died of old age, and then he went with Wonder Woman. Okay, there you go. What'd you say, Nick? I'm sorry.
I put it in A.
Okay, I'll go with that. Robin Year One.
I have actually... Wait. I read Nightwing Year One. That's really good. I might have read that one. I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it in here. Have you read Batman Black and White?
No.
All right. Batman Beyond. I think that this is the comic that has Batman sleeping with Batgirl and getting her pregnant. F tier.
Yeah.
Batman Zero Year. This goes in S tier because I read that. It's actually really good. Batman Year One. S tier.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read any Watchmen books, so I'm going to leave those out there. Blackest Night. Triple S. Triple S. If you read the entire Green Lantern run, all of that adds up so well. Brightest Day. S tier. It's not as good as Blackest Night, but it's still great.
Okay.
The Superboy traveling story, I didn't read it, so I'm not really that into it. So I'm just going to put this not in there. Crisis on Infinite Earths. And by the way, Geek Detective says the Rorschach one can go in the S tier because he read it and thought it was cool. So okay, I'll do that. If you guys have read any of these stories, let me know and I'll put them in the tier for you guys. So I'll put that
Hey, so if you wanted to switch things up, I found a tier list of starter Pokemon from generations 1 through 4. If you want to do something a little bit different.
I don't know any of those, anyone's outside of maybe Generation 2, so it's not really like.
All right, I'll keep looking.
Yeah. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Nick. How do you want to play this one?
Oh, that's S tier.
D tier. S tier. I'm putting it in S tier. It's a pretty good story.
Double S.
Okay, double S. Dark Knight Returns. Can I go ahead and put that in S tier?
That's double S.
Yeah, for the effect it had on the Batman character, that goes in S tier. Dark Knight Metal. Oh boy.
Okay, I found a good video game one. It's first and third person shooter tier list franchises.
Let's keep it superhero themed. But in terms of Dark Knight's Metal, yeah, I'm going to put it in D because here's the problem with it. That led to the oversaturation of Batman Who Laughs content. Nick, New Frontier.
Triple S.
Yeah. I had never read this Dr. Fate storyline, so I'm not even going to go with that. Earth 2, Triple S. Superman's Final Days. F tier because I know the agenda behind it. Flashpoint, A tier. It led to New 52. I can't take off points for that. Forever Evil, A tier. What is this one? I don't know which one that one is, but Justice League Beyond. I never read that one. New 52 Justice League is Triple S. Crisis on Two Earths, I would put in S tier. No, actually, I would put in B tier because it gets stuff really confused. Hey, what's up, Josh? How you doing, my brother? It's the Immortal Dr. Fate is F tier. All right, I'll put it there. I'll put it there in S tier. Okay. As you said. All right, Justice Society Origins is S tier. I don't know which one that is, but we'll get to there. The Nail. I'm going to put this one in like A tier. That's the one where Superman's Amish. Oh, wait, how about a non-DC or Marvel superhero movie tier list? Nick, hop on it.
I did just find an Arrowverse villains tier list.
That's a good one. We can do that one after this. Let's do that one. That's good.
Because like I would like to do like I kind of want to do something like a little different, non-comic related. Because this tier stuff is getting a bit to me.
Yeah. Let me do this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pull this one because there's not enough series that I've read to be able to like really do this one. So let's go to this one.
All right.
Oh wait, hang on. Here we go. All right. So and now I have to remember who these people are. Let's see. A few of these I don't know because they're Arrowverse ones, but in terms of Deathstroke, I'm going to put an S tier.
Wait, say again?
Deathstroke, I'm going to put an S tier. S tier. Savitar, can I put him in F tier? Because that was just stupid.
Yeah.
Reverse Flash goes in S tier because that was a solid depiction of Reverse Flash. Rain, I never saw because I stopped watching Supergirl because I have standards, but that's just me on that. Damien Dark.
He's A tier.
Yeah, me too. Prometheus. This Geek Detective is Arrowverse supervillains.
Okay, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have a DC Comics villain quiz. I'm gonna teach
All right, if you want to quiz me, let's do this. All right, go ahead.
All right, Sinestro was born on what planet?
Korrigar.
All right.
Green Lantern, baby.
Which classic Batman villain was introduced with the last name Kent, only to have it changed later to avoid association with Superman?
I don't know. That one I don't know. That's an interesting one. Really?
Harvey Dent.
That's why it's Dent. It's not Harvey Kent. That's interesting. That's cool. Which villain adopted the child of his arch? I do not know that one. Wow.
Darkseid.
Oh, damn it! I should know.
Dude,
I should have known that one.
Okay, if you don't get this one, which Wonder Woman villain?
Giganta. They literally reference it in the Timverse. It's one of the good parts of the Timverse.
All right, whose rogues gallery includes a federal agent named Broderick from the year 2462?
Flash. Oh, Booster Gold. Okay, I didn't really do that. Which heroes
plagued by Hafset?
Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Ah, there you go. That counts.
The cover art to Lex Luthor, the unauthorized biography, was modeled after the cover of which?
The Art of the Deal by Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Who was Bane's father? He had no father. Oh, okay. I know that. Wow. Which villain owns a lot? I know this one. Black Hand. Yes, the Black Hand.
Impressive.
That's where the Black Lantern rings come from.
General Drew Zod was banished to the Phantom Zone for creating an army of what?
Doomsdays? Oh, Bizarre. Bizarres? Really? Wow. And Jared, Nick, but best thing from the Timverse is Golden Amazo. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that one.
So Jared, look at Tevia's comment.
So this happened. Oh.
Should we go? Do you want to do a live reaction?
Okay, I'll pull it up.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna watch it. We haven't seen it.
I'm not going to share the visuals for obvious reasons.
All right, so we're gonna do a reaction to it, but you're not gonna be able to see it.
Even though I got news for you, I already know what my assessment's gonna be. I'll put the link in the chat to watch it, Nick. Here you go.
All right, let me just pull that up.
So we'll
Okay.
watch it briefly and then we'll discuss it. Let me know when you have it all pulled up, Nick, and then press play.
All right.
You ready?
Yes. 3, 2,
Oh, 2, 1, go.
go.
All right.
Oh, he's aged.
Yeah. You're not my real father. Okay. Hey, what's up,
The
Reverse
butcher's dying.
Flash? Oh no.
I'm sorry, it's just meh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Hey, it's Thomas Wayne Batman. I didn't know who was going to be in this.
I like that Star Life part of the boys now.
Mm-hmm. There's the shock. There's the shock. Oh gosh.
Oh, him.
Oh. Oh god.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no.
Yeah,
No. I'm sorry, this show is so far gone. It's like...
Yeah. The minute I see flying sheep, I'm like, no, I'm done.
Like, I felt nothing watching that. Like, it just...
It wasn't hype or anything like that. It's apathy at this point. None of that like shock value hit me. Yeah, it does connect to Gen V. There were a few Gen V characters in the trailer, but I'm like, no, none of this.
And that's like, I've been saying this for a while now. It's like, The Boys has been running off of shock value the last 2 seasons. Like basically once at the end of season 2, when they kind of wrapped up their main storyline, they've kind of been floundering ever since, in my opinion. Like season 2 was the peak of the show. Like the girls get it done with a great moment, like defeating Stormfront. You know, all that was great. And then season 3 was just ugh. I'm sorry. The Boys ended with season 2.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not. Again, I'm not going for it. Yeah, it's not my thing. So there you go. It's based on a Garcia's comic. Of course, there's shock value. Yeah, but the Boys thing, it's to the point where it lost its effect. It's not becoming shock anymore. It's like, let me put it this way. Great example. When Nick and I were watching it, when a shocking thing happened, you were like, "Oh, really?" Like, not not anything.
Like we remember the discussion we had with Invincible,
Mm-hmm.
where Invincible has the shock value stuff. Like Invincible has all the stuff the Boys does, but the people Invincible are smart enough. Like when the show gets hyper violent, it's to emphasize, like when Invincible's beating the crap out of Langstrom, you know, he's got his hands bloody. It actually feels like you feel something. Like when he says, I thought you'd be stronger. Like, it actually hits because they're not doing it all the time.
Yeah, and this show just does it all the time. That's why I'm like, I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna discuss. I'm not gonna do anything with it because I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
So XMen 97.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Actually, first
I want
just wanna say
positive.
this.
I want positive, please.
Beau Dimeo's a Snyder fan, baby. Which you could see that based upon his like the clear homages. Like even in this one, when they showed Bastion's origin and he's having the whole sensory overload scene, that's clearly Man of Steel inspired.
I love on Twitter, he said, oh, Storm's Flying is based off of Man of Steel. A fan tried to correct him. And he's like, I wrote that. I love the audacity of some people.
Yeah, so a part of when he said that he's Snyder fan, he put in there, bear in mind, it's also because being in the industry, I appreciate the amount of work and effort goes into making this stuff. That's why I'm a little more like, that's why I try to be a little more congratulative to stuff, because I'm like, okay, you know what? I get how much work. That's why typically I don't like pray for things to fail, because I know all the work that does go into it. So that was just my thing. But I do appreciate that. And it's nice. It's nice knowing that Beau Dimeo has good taste. And by the way, Beau, if you ever want to come on the channel, we'd love to have you, brother. We'd love to talk.
So this episode, we're in the end game now. This is the first of 3 parters. Oh my, crap is getting real.
Oh, and yeah, Magneto's right, baby. Magneto is right.
I will say him going to the poles and like doing the magnet thing, that does feel a bit hand wavy in terms of like solving the problem.
But it doesn't solve the problem, though. Here's the thing, because now people are going to fear Magneto again and the X-Men, because it just came out that, like, because if you notice, now the world knows that Charles Xavier's alive, and now they're accusing the X-Men of, like, faking Charles' death to garner support from mutants. So what I think is, like, yeah, they solved one problem, but I guarantee you that they had contingency plans.
Also, I think the Goblin Queen's going to come back.
So Sailor Moon's gonna come back?
Yeah. Actually, Tevya, I'm right. The animation is good for the fight scenes, but the in-betweens are still rough even this late in the game.
Yeah, they are. I will say, I love the scene where this show just continues to give Cyclops justice. He's like, let's show them what happens when they mess with the Summers. And he's just like blasting them with he's like digging a hole in a mountain with his with his vision.
I do gotta say, I love that, like, you had all 3 of them in a Porsche together, like a Summers team up. That was cool.
That was really cool. Now, speaking of cool, how about Wolverine fighting side by side with Nightcrawler? Nightcrawler's using 3 swords.
A very classic Nightcrawler move, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All of the action scenes of this show are flawless. Like, wow, they do a freaking-tastic job of that. Yeah, when there's not action, yeah, the animation's rough.
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
The cameos.
Oh yeah,
Boom!
Nick, have at it.
So, when the first episode aired, I made a prediction off of the fact that they had a copy of the Daily Bugle on screen for a second. I predicted that Spider-Man would appear. I had some doubters. Some people said I was wrong. But F you, I was right! F you, I was right!
Nick,
F you, I was right!
Do me a favor, Nick. Laugh at those people right now on stream with me. Ha ha ha! Yeah, exactly. Who's laughing now?
We are, apparently.
Yeah. Have you read other superhero characters in the Invincible universe?
I've only seen the show. I really enjoy the Invincible show. I think
you would
2 was
dig
great.
the comics, dude.
Probably. We'll put that on the list.
Yeah, but yeah, the Summers team up was awesome. I love that. I like how they basically made a zombie episode with all of the like Sentinel robots all of a sudden activating and then like swarming like the X-Jet. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is kind of cool. You're doing a zombie show without doing a zombie show.
I gotta say, I really do not like the Sunspot and Jubilee storyline. Like, I'm
It's
sorry,
boring.
but like he lived like the dude. They're in like a fifth story, and he's literally being chased by people. Come on, use your eyes, people.
Yeah, and it seems kind of hand wavy that all of a sudden he knows how to fly and fly pretty well. It's like, yeah, he said, okay, yeah, I trained the Danger Room. You didn't show us that. You kind of have to at
Also,
least show
Jubilee's
that.
gonna fly. Like, they're clearly setting up that Jubilee's gonna learn to fly. Very clear.
Yeah, they're also gonna say, I can make a prediction where it's gonna be like they're gonna be swarmed by another thing, and then Storm's gonna show up and like lightning everyone with her new look and everything.
I mean, he did call the X-Men, and she answered.
How great was that when Xavier shows up? He goes, "I hope I'm not too late. To me, my X-Men."
That's just a classic. It's a classic X-Men thing.
Here's again why I love this show so much. You can tell that the people behind the show were fans. I mean, Beau was very clear on that. You weren't getting on the writer's room unless you were a fan of the show. And yeah, you 100% see that because there's too much stuff in here to be like just a bunch of randos hanging out.
Also, honestly, I think they're setting up I think they're gonna bring back other characters from the Marvel animated universe in the '90s. So we might see a Bullet Iron Man again.
I am Iron Man. That'd be so cool if as he's flying through, you kind of hear that. I also want to see Hulk. Can we get Hulk versus Wolverine?
Well, we might see She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, she was also in this universe too. That's actually not a bad idea.
And this and by the way, this like that version of She-Hulk is actually really good.
Yeah, exactly. Ironically, when it's not being touched by the MCU, it's actually pretty good.
There's actually an episode where She-Hulk teams up with Doctor Strange, and she keeps mispronouncing his name. And at the end, she says, "Let's go, Doctor Stranger." He's like, "Close enough."
So, Nick, speaking of cameos, can we talk about the Doom in the room? Dr. Frickin' Doom!
Also,
Doom! And Zemo.
I do want to talk about a theory that I've read online.
Please do. Let's do that.
So you know that one moment where Morph says something along the lines of like, "Oh, I guess this won't be the first time you die alone, Logan." Just something like that. I remember in the Deadpool trailer that like they say, "Oh, this one ruined his universe," and then lastly, the suit you see is actually pretty close to the X-Men '97. So here's the theory that I've heard. I'm not taking credit for this theory. I've just heard it online. Hugh Jackman is playing the X-Men '97 Wolverine.
Okay, that's interesting. But would they bring back the show just to nuke it? Because remember, this show also has a season 2.
I don't know. I'm just going off the theories, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Spider-Man '94 or whatever.
Yeah, they'd be stupid not to do it. I mean, I know it's a.
Well, here's the thing.
Well,
It's popular. Also, the show did end on a bit of a cliffhanger. But here's the kicker. The show was leading into a multiverse arc. So here's my theory. Spider-Man '94 is going to tie into Spider-Verse because Sony wants to do multiverse stories. You'd have to get Sony on board with this, and I think Sony would be more than happy to work with them to tie it into Spider-Verse. Like, they'd be overjoyed.
Yeah, I would say yeah, 100%. And again, there is a big enough demand for Spider-Man to continue. I'm sorry, I've seen Twitter; they want that. There's also, ironically, a demand because X-Men '97 came back and is good. People want Justice League to come back, and I'm like, you can't bring it back without Conroy.
I mean, I think if they're going to bring back a DC show, it's probably going to be Teen Titans.
Yeah. Or what they could also do is they could do the Timverse, but do a show that's not in any way connected to Batman, like Green Lantern or Wonder Woman. Although I don't want Wonder Woman to be touched by Bruce Timm.
Well, see, the problem with doing the Timverse is you can't just be like, Dick Grayson is Batman now, because we know where the show goes. It leads into Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
So you can't just you can't
trust me. Well, I read a comic that we're well aware of where this universe goes.
And if you recast Conroy, that's like, even if you use like Bruce Greenwood or someone else, like if it's another Batman show, that's fine. But if it's specifically Justice League, it's just no, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and even James Gunn was like, no, we're not going to do that. And I'm like, thank you. But yeah, continuing the comics, that's totally fine, because you don't really need voices for the comics.
There's only one way they could do it and make it work, is just not have Batman be on the show. Which, to be fair, if they're doing Justice League Unlimited, they could kind of get away with that.
But you can't have a Justice League without Batman, though.
Yes, you do. Yes, you can.
Here's my difference here, because because Justice League and this universe is very, very linked to Kevin Conroy's Batman. You can't just have them. Okay,
I'm saying that's the only way they can maybe do it. That's the only way they can maybe do it.
They could logistically, that's the way they could do it. Or Question Show. That's not bad, but I don't think that
Question and Huntress
to do that.
Well, the only other thing I think of is like maybe have Batgirl take its place, or Nightwing. Probably not Nightwing, but I guess maybe Batgirl.
But the problem again is that if they do Batgirl, they run into the issue is that why didn't Batgirl ever mention the time she spent on the Justice League? That's the problem. I mean, in a universe with Batman Beyond, that's the problem we run into.
Well, I just like, if you look at the show, there never really was a conversation she had with anybody where that topic would really come up.
But again, the Justice League does show up in that show, though.
Yeah, but they like it's like one or two episodes, and Commissioner Gordon is nowhere to be found in those episodes.
I still think I see what you're saying there. Personally, I would just rather they stay away from the Timverse because remember, it started with Conroy's Batman. You can't
That's why I'm saying Teen Titans is a better route to go.
Yeah, Teen Titans is because that was not connected to the DCAU. We know a Batman existed, but it doesn't have to be Conroy.
But the other thing is there stories left to tell? Well, Teen Titans there is. Like, obviously, you got the Tara cliffhanger, but also, they were planning a season 6 and it was going to be based around Starfire.
Yeah. Young Justice should come back.
No. That show already had a chance to come back, and they kind of ran that
I
show
know
down.
You wanted to come back because of Damian and John, but there's not, like Nick said, that show already got its chance, and it actually dropped in viewership. So
I think X-Men Evolution in about 5 years' time is probably going to have a revival, because that show has its fans. I'm one of them.
Yeah, and plus the fact that, again, here's the good part about X-Men 97 doing well. It's an X-Men product, and it's doing really well, so So Disney is probably like, okay, you know what? Let's put as much X-Men content out there, and reviving an X-Men show worked out great for us last time.
See, the thing is, I think Spider-Man reviving makes a lot of sense, because, one, it's Spider-Man. Two, that's like a really popular version, like really cartoon, and their story to tell. So, like, it makes sense. But beyond that, I don't think they're going to revive any of the other cartoons. Will characters show up? Sure, like, that's a possibility.
And Geek Detective, the Question and Huntress, I don't think they have the name cachet to carry their own animated show unless it's connected to the DCAU. They're good characters, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
Of the people how many people would come back for that enough to make the show last?
I mean, be fully honest, what Warner Brothers need to do is they need to start fresh with a connected animated universe, but have it be on like TV or streaming. They need to
not
do
have it connect to James Gunn's universe. That probably won't last past Superman.
Like, just start fresh. Like, start with a Batman. Start with a Superman. Or actually do 3 shows: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Launch 3 shows, and then have them be interconnected.
Have
maybe
Superman
have a crossover.
date and then marry Wonder Woman for obvious reasons.
I mean, you could do the Defenders approach, where you do animated shows for each of them, and that leads to a Trinity like special, and then you do seasons 2. You bring more, and then that leads to Justice League.
Cameron also brings a good point. Can we not have an interconnected universe? That's true. Just have 3 separate shows that do stuff.
Well, the problem is outside of Marvel and the MonsterVerse, none of them has done it right. See, the problem with all the other connected universes is they keep trying to jump the gun.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Marvel worked is they actually gave their movies time to breathe, time to build up steam on their own. Like the Dark Universe, they kept trying to jump to it. DC even made the same mistake. It's like they did. Like, I mean, we've discussed this. We've had UTC episodes of like, if they just would have done a Man of Steel 2, if they just would have done a Batman, like actually let people liked Ben Affleck as Batman. People love Henry Cavill as Batman. If you just would have given
wait, Henry Cavill as Batman? Nick had an old man moment.
Oh no, Henry Cavill as Superman. People love him, and if you just would have given people more time to get attached to these characters, because I think BVS in another universe as like the movie right before Justice League, that works. But it was like way too early. It was the second time we saw the Superman. First time we saw Batman. Like, if we would have had a Batman movie, like, we would discuss this. Like, my version of the Batman plays parallel to Man of Steel.
And essentially, it has to, like, because in that Batman movie, you could show Batman's fall. That way, when you get to BVS, it's less jarring to see Batman machine getting a bunch of criminals. I mean, obviously, we didn't have issues with it, but it's less jarring for like the general audience that's like, okay, you know what, this isn't the type of thing that I'm used to.
Like, we needed another Man of Steel. I think Parasite would have been a perfect villain for Man of Steel 2.
I'll give you that. I would go with that for Parasite, because he can't just punch them.
Yeah, like something like not too much of a high stakesy, but like kind of hard, like important. And then you know, like basically the way I would do it is like Man of Steel, the Batman, Man of Steel 2, then maybe do BVS, and then the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, and then just BVS, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman.
Yes. And then ZSJL.
Yeah, because Cyborg had a really good origin in that. Like, I would maybe do a Flash movie before that as well. Which, by the way, I don't think we've actually talked about this before, but like, let's pretend we're doing a Flash Snyderverse origin movie, not Flashpoint. What storyline would you do, and who would be the villain? I think like I would have
Captain Cold as the villain,
or the Trickster. Well, Trickster's too close.
Too close to the Joker. Yeah, just like Captain Cold. No Reverse Flash or anything like that. No, we're doing Barry Allen, Tavia, because that's the Flash that's in the comics. That's the main Flash in the comics. We're not doing Wally West.
I would maybe hint at it. Like,
hint that he exists, that's fine. But the character in this, because remember, also at the time, who was the Flash from the Justice League? Because this was New 52 time. Barry.
Actually, you know what I would do? Is he finds footage of the attack, like a home security, and he realizes there was 2 speedsters there that night. One has red lightning, the other one has yellow.
Or you mean blue, because remember, Snyderverse had blue lightning.
Well, blue lightning and yellow lightning. Basically, like just like tease the Reverse Flash in the post-credit scene.
Tavia, I literally said the Flash from the time these movies were coming out, which was in the New 52 time, the main Flash was Barry Allen. That's what I said.
Yeah, I think having him be like a post credit kind of like part of the plot is and he's working in the crime lab in this one, by the way. And he's trying to like maybe he's trying to the part of the subplot is the footage, and he finally decrypts it, and it reveals there's two speedsters, and then that's
Yeah, that could work. In fact, that was the way the original Flash movie was going to end. The one that was a team-up movie between Cyborg and Flash that was going to end hinting at the reverse Flash. Hint at him showing up for sure. And to your point, Nick, do that, because he should be like a third movie villain that keeps being teased in like Flash 2, Flash 1, Flash 2, and then Flash 3, you actually fight him. Flash 3 is Flashpoint.
By the way, in the Cyborg, I think the Cyborg movie, his villain should be Gizmo.
Yeah, you could do that. There you go.
Because Gizmo was a Teen Titans villain. And I think as a villain for Cyborg, Gizmo is a pretty good pick.
And Wonder Woman 3 would be like Wonder Woman and Superman teaming up for obvious reasons. There you go.
No.
New 52.
No, I mean, like, what would you do in the fictional universe for Wonder Woman 2?
Wonder Woman 2, modern day. Just, I think it was a mistake to do in the past. What I would do with this one.
See, the one thing I will say is, I actually do like the idea for the Cheetah character, like the whole jealousy.
No, you can still do Cheetah, just don't have it be in the 80s, first off, because that sucked. Don't bring back Steve Trevor, because that is...
And I think Kristen Wiig was a great act, I think she did great with what she'd given. Like, I would still have her be Cheetah.
Yeah, and Geek Detective, I'm not... Yeah, I know for pun reasons, Wonder Woman 2 would be World War II. No. But what you could do is have it where the plot is Wonder Woman is trying to, like, establish, like, the embassy or, like, be an ambassador. You can have, like, Cheetah, like, originally get hired to be on her staff because she's always been fascinating in Themyscira. This is part of her lore. Mm-hmm. And then she like becomes Cheetah in the movie. It's not really like
also in this one, she's taking care of a young girl named either Cassie or Donna.
If we're doing this in order, it'd be Donna. Or no, the first time we see Wonder Woman, she saves Donna from the building fire.
Because basically, Themyscira is like, okay, Donna is going to be your apprentice or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then, because I just, we got to set up the Teen Titans. Like, I think having her being Wonder Woman 2 as kind of like a Robin kind of like, thing, I think would be good.
Then we have Justice League 2. And I would still have it end in the Nightmare timeline. And then Justice League 3 is like the big battle.
I guess we're assuming Justice League Part 1 plays out pretty much exactly like the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I think it's fine. The plot is fine for that one.
Yeah, Justice League, the one thing that the Snyder Cut does really well is it's kind of Cyborg's origin movie to a degree.
Yeah, Cyborg, Aquaman, and Flash kind of get small origins, like to understand who these characters are, basically. But after the first movie after Justice League is Aquaman. Keep the order, because I think that actually transitioned pretty well.
The only thing I would say is Aquaman needs more time beforehand. Like, I don't think he was serviced well enough by the Snyder Cut. Like, I would probably have him
team up with Wonder Woman, or Diana is trying to negotiate peace between Themyscira and the Atlanteans. Because remember, they went to war in the past. This was a plot point in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, I would kind of keep Wonder Woman 1 exactly as is. I don't really see any problems with that movie.
No, not Wonder Woman 1. I'm saying in Wonder Woman 2. That could be like a side plot, a sort of side plot there. Pun intended.
But that's in our Phase 2. That's in our Phase 2 thing, though.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to think like Phase 1, because I think
Batman. Aquaman?
I mean, also Afterson, I half agree with you. Like, he's a good supporting character, but I would like him to have a solo film. Like, he deserves.
If the Snyder Cut came out, I think he would have been popular enough to get a solo film. That's the thing there.
But like, I'm trying to think of a way to like shoehorn in Aquaman in Phase 1. That's the only thing. Well, instead of doing Suicide Squad as like a movie post BVS but pre Justice League, What else could we do? You know,
And Tevye, no, we're not doing Dr. Cyber. We already said Cheetah.
oh, Dr. Psycho.
No, Cyber.
Oh.
That's a character.
But-
I know. But
By the way, I think Dr. Psycho would be a good Supergirl villain.
Cameron says Cyborg shouldn't be on the league in the first place. I know it was for a change and whatnot, but that was a bad one in my opinion. I think it could have worked. See, it worked better in the new 52. Here's why: all of the leaguers were de-aged. That's why it made a little more sense.
Also, Cyborg is like he has like the Martian Manhunter role. He's kind of like the tech support unifier person. Like in Justice League Unlimited, like the person who like the man in the chair was Martian Manhunter.
Yeah,
Cyborg kind of takes that role.
Yeah, so I think that it depends on the writer, and you can make that work. Jeff Johns made it work. I think Snyder obviously made it work.
Oh, by the way, in our version of the Justice League, the scene with Martian Manhunter and Batman is Green Lantern, but we still have Martian Manhunter do that reveal. So we're doing both in this one, and we're setting up a Green Lantern movie in Phase 2.
So you mean like the Martian Manhunter scene where he goes and sees Lois stays, but instead of Martian Manhunter at the end, it's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Are you staying with John or are you going with Hal? I say John. Yeah, he was already casted. He looked great. There you go.
Because like the Martian Manhunter scene, that can stay as is, and that's a good reveal. But like we need Green Lantern. We need to set up Green Lantern.
We can have John join the Justice League. Do we really need to see John join the Justice League? The reason I'm asking that is because you could just have it where like Justice League 2 starts off and Martian Manhunter's on the Justice League. Like, hey, we added these people.
By the way, Atchison is right. For John's movie, he should fight the Thanagarians, and he falls in love with Hawkgirl.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I like that one.
Basically, it's he's sent to investigate the Thanagarians, and
although it's kind of funny, that's kind of a hot take among the DC fan base again, because it's like they're like it has to be a Hawkgirl with Hawkman and Jon Stewart with no one or something like that. But I'm like, no, I'm fine with that one. That was one of the good. It was probably made by Paul Dini. It was that good of a decision. The DC.
I mean, as far as Justice League case, they set it up well. Like I have no problem with it. Like it's not one of those things that just come out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden Wonder Woman having a thing for Batman. Like
actually, Cameron said, who would you all do an invasion movie with? White Martians or Thanagarians? You could see. Here's why you could do White Martians, because they shapeshift, and you could do a pretty cool like who do you trust story. You could do Secret Invasion better than Marvel can.
No, I'm trying to think. That would be kind of an interesting thing with like, with Waller and the DEO. That's kind of like a mini series. That's definitely an HBO Max mini series, right? So
you're saying we make an Argus mini? No, that's the Waller mini series. So it's like Nick Fury. So we basically do Secret Invasion, but do it competently.
Yeah, basically you have Martian Manhunter working with Waller, and Waller knows he's Martian Manhunter. By the way.
Well, yeah, because Waller knows everything. So there you go. And he's not even surprised. Miss Martian be the main villain? No. Why would Miss Martian be a villain? You could have her show up though. Hello, Megan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how you would do Ms. Martian. Because her being a white.
No, I got it. She's a white Martian in the military during the invasion, but she grows a conscience and decides I can't do this anymore. So she works with the League to overthrow the white Martians.
So you're basically doing the Justice League Star-Crossed storyline, except
you can call it Star-Crossed.
And the thing is, she chooses to be a green Martian instead of being a white one.
Yeah, she chooses. She's like, okay, these aren't my people.
Yeah. I mean, it needs a little more workshopping, but it could work.
there's the idea there, and you know what? This may be an actual great idea for UTC episode. So,
By the way,
Mhm.
by the way, in Man of Steel 2, part of the storyline is in the first act, he basically he winds up in Cadmus, and he finds a clone, and it's Connor.
Oh yeah, and then by the way, the Trinity movie is where he introduced Supergirl. And he basically do Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. So we could have Affleck basically stare down Ray Porter.
Actually, I'm trying to think. So in the I'm trying to think. In the Batman 2, he tracks down a facility, and it's basically an Argus facility, and they've been holding Supergirl this entire time.
So you basically do the Flashpoint thing.
Actually, no, we're doing a BVS 2. BVS 2 Apocalypse. We're doing a live action version of that. And that's
just call it Batman Superman Apocalypse instead of Batman versus Superman, because that way it's like, no, they're teaming up.
Yeah, this is a phase 2 film. It's a Batman Superman Apocalypse. And it's after Justice League. And also the other thing is Big Barda appears, and he's played by Gina Carano.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And for the Titans movie, do you all think the Royal Flush Gang should be the villains? I would go with Slade, but I think that's too soon. Too soon for Slade. Definitely too soon for Slade. Slade should be Titans 3. And same thing for Trigon. I think Clark and Lois would not be together in my universe because Lois serves no purpose. It would be Clark and Diana. But I see where you're going with Geek Detective.
The Batman 2 is Deathstroke, and then it's also Bruce kind of like making up with his Bat family because like he went dark, so you have Catwoman there, and then
they
Catwoman
get back together. Can I say one thing? Here's an interesting idea for Batman 3. Under the Red Hood.
Just wait for a moment.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's like he goes to see Catwoman. He hasn't seen her for 15 years or so because he went too dark. And like, Bruce, I'm really glad you turned it over to the leaf. There's something you should know.
Yes.
We had a child. Bruce, meet Helena Kyle.
Oh, nice. I like that one. All right, that's good.
So basically, it's like he trains her, and she becomes Huntress.
Yeah, I know, Tevia. We retconned it so it didn't work out. They break off screen. How does it feel? Just saying, it didn't work out. So all done.
Because I could totally see.
Yeah, there you go.
I could totally see Selena having Bruce's kid and keeping it a secret from him for like a long time. Like that is totally in her capability and MO. I could totally see her doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And then Batman 3 is Under the Red Hood. And then here's what we can do. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. We can make it so Jason became and yes, we would change it so it's not Nightwing that's dead, it's Jason. So in other words, it's Jason that's dead. He comes back. The beginning of his movie, like the first 5 to 10 minutes shows his resurrection. He comes back to Gotham and sees Batman branding people and being all brutal. So he's inspired by BVS Batman to be brutal. So that kind of puts Bruce on a little journey. Like I directly created this.
By the way, the opening act of Batman 2 is a team up with Nightwing and Batman.
Yes,
it's kind of like it's like okay, we're friends again. Let's go bust some cops like old times. This guy's like, whatever.
Or let me add to that. Nightwing is already like to taking down criminals, and then Batman just shows up, and they're like fighting side by side, and then Batman and then Nightwing's like, I had that, and then Batman's like, I know.
Oh, actually no. So Helena appears, and he's like, oh, I'm going to need some help. And you see Batman. You see the sign for Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you see Nightwing, and then you have that scene. So basically, Nightwing comes in and helps with the Helena situation.
That'd be
it's
cool.
kind of similar to what Nightwing was dealing with Damian in the Dekamu
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh, by the way, I'm calling it next week's Under Two Capes. You ready? I got a great idea. We're gonna make a Ben Affleck Batman saga of movies.
So I guess we're going in a #new direction.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go. So,
You're welcome, JJheat.
I love Tevia. So we're from X-Men 97 to DCU stuff. That's the way this normally goes with Comics League. So there you go.
Yeah.
Would you all have Jason go full villain or stay as anti-villain? Crime Lord control streets. I would go anti-villain. You don't have to have him be a villain, but we'll talk about this more next week on Under Two Capes. So
Also, Red Hood is Jensen Ackles.
yeah, that's he. You know what's kind of funny? He is the right age to play Red Hood, and he's not too old because he plays Soldier Boy fine. So
I will say this though, I think the actor who played Jason on Titans was pretty good.
Yeah, here's it. But before we wrap up, here's the exchange between Jason and Bruce. You ready? So Bruce says, "You're going too far, Jason," and then Bruce essentially, and then Jason goes, "No, I got it from you. I'm trying to. I'm using your methods." And Batman goes, "I was wrong. Trust me, you don't want this on your conscience."
I'm sorry, but I really like the whole speech from Under the Red Hood, where it's like, "Don't you see, Bruce? You can't stop crime. You can only control it. I'm doing what you won't. I'm taking them out."
Yeah, exactly. And you can. I'm trying to figure out a way to like adapt that with a Batman that has killed. So it's because remember we're dealing with a Batman that was a little brutal in BVS.
Like I will say, having Jason used the BVS stuff is a great narrative foil, and like actually, Jared, I will say it's kind of low key genius in a way.
Yeah, because this Batman was Red Hood for a significant period.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm just doing what you did. You know,
and Batman's like, I was wrong.
I don't care.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. He's like, you're wrong. No, you weren't, Bruce. Look, and here's how you adapt the speech. You ready? Batman goes, I was wrong, and then Red Hood goes, no, you weren't, Bruce. Look, I'm controlling crime. I'm doing what you won't. See that way you lead into that.
See. Oh, by the way, here's another exchange where it's like, you controlled Gotham through fear. If you don't have fear now, what do you have? And then Bruce says, faith.
And then he goes, family. And the Bat family.
Jared, come on. You know what I did.
I know. He goes, faith, Jason. Faith. There you go.
Come on. It's a perfect reference to Justice League.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yes, of course. I was just making a joke. There you go. And so there you go. That worked perfectly.
Oh. And so Gal Gadot makes a cameo.
No,
Jared, just listen. Okay. And Nightwing's there, and he's like, "Oh, Bruce, you gonna make a pass or something?" And he looks at Dick Grayson and says, "She's 5,000 years old." I don't think so.
And then he goes,
he
goes, that sounds like something that would be established by a perv who started an animated universe.
But Jared, do you appreciate where I went with that?
Yes, I do. I like that. I like that line. And he goes, no, and then here's what you do offhand is Bruce goes, no, she's with Superman.
No, I got you one better. Dick, that sounds like bad fan fiction. That would never be in the movie.
That sounds like unlimited bad fan fiction.
You just had to make it worse.
I had to. He goes, that sounds like unlimited fan fiction on the level of Barbara. Like completely tear down Bruce Timm in this universe.
No. Like, Dick, that is such a bad idea. Next, you're gonna tell me I should get with Barbara.
Yeah, there you go. You know what's kind of funny? Zack would do this because he doesn't like. Because what people don't realize, Zack doesn't like Wonder Bat either. In terms of like,
even better. After that, Dick Grayson starts dry heaving, like, ugh.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh, don't remind me, Bruce. You're talking about my girlfriend." I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Don't worry. But anyway, I think that's a good place to leave it. Be on the lookout for next UTC where we make a Ben Affleck Bat Family trilogy. Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah,
Oh my god.
we have to because this is so much fun. I mean, we're so doing this. So, Nick,
Vintage Comics League right there. We're doing some Vintage Comics League content.
yeah, there you go. So, Nick, where can we find you and what have you got coming out of your channel?
All right, so tomorrow, in honor of Star Wars Day, I'm playing Star Wars: The Force Unleashed on stream. Jared will be there to critique all of my worst decisions.
All your force fails.
Yes. And next week, I am launching Torrent Samurai #4 live on stream. It's going to be pretty awesome, I'd say. Make sure to join me for that. And yeah.
As far as for me, Britt and I and Teladia are going to be discussing.
Hey, Ruthie.
Ruthie, how you doing, Ruthie? How you doing? We're just wrapping up, but I'm glad you could come here.
Yeah, I at least wanted to give her some recognition.
Yeah, be sure to watch the replay when you get the chance. So for me, Britt, Teladia, and I are going to be discussing what the Snyderverse did well in terms of portraying Superman, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and how we would fix it to be the Super Wonder. So there you go. In terms of movie night, we're talking about Batman Year One. It's going to be a pretty fun time. Just a commentary. I may talk. I'm thinking about making this topic why I'm concerned about the DCU, in other words, the James Gunn universe. So now I'm targeting the Gunn fans. There you go. I'm like firing on all cylinders. And next UTC obviously is going to be our Batfleck trilogy. I'm really excited for that one. So let's really go for that. I'll be watching you guys for movie night. Yeah, hell yeah, Ruth. And in terms of, oh yeah, speaking of movie nights, be sure to catch me on Teladia's channel. I believe it's next week where we watch Lego Batman live. I believe Nick will be here for a part of it, I believe.
Part of it, yes.
Yeah, part of it. And then in terms of next movie night, we will be discussing, it's Spider-Man 2. That was JJheat's pick. And then on that note, everyone, stay heroic. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod. Zois for life. Oh, and by real quick, go to Nerdette's newsstand because I did a great live stream with her about dealing with internet trolls. Go and check her out. Tristan's awesome. We love hanging out with her. So
I hear Nerdette has an awesome newsstand.
Yeah, she does. So stay heroic, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.